Network coverage of the state championship between two arch rivals, the Metro North's Loyola Gold and New Trier Green. Loyola Gold comes in having lost just one game all season long in the state of Illinois. 3 straight shutouts. The last team to score against the Loyola Ramblers was the New Trier Trevian Green team in the Scholastic Cup. And they're taking on, Loyola is, the New Trier Trevian's Green team, the defending state champions. New Trier has lost to only 2 teams all year. They lost 1 game. They've lost 3 times to Loyola Gold and once to Barrington. That is it here in state. We hit state championship between Metro North rivals Loyola Gold and New Trier Green. Ranked number 1 and 2 in state, have been just about all year long. The draw won by the Trevians, dumped into the zone. Left there for Kevin Keaty. Keaty starting in goal for the Ramblers. Sullivan fed it out, pass missed connections all the way down into the zone. They washed off the icing. Dahl bumped hard, and they're going to see a lot of that. Dahl and Dwyer and Lusso. Lusso with a second heavy check. Dudek tried to keep it in the zone, dumped to the corner. Rootweiler, Lusso back past it, nobody there but Trevians, and they get it out to the blue line, held in the zone, and now finally cleared. Picked up by Dudek. Dudek's pass was intercepted, dumped into the zone by New Trier. Kevin Keaty left it there. Ramblers on the near side. Lewin couldn't keep it in the zone. Rootweiler out to center ice. And now back in. Rock Dudek. Dudek up ahead, the pass for Rootweiler. Rootweiler gets it into the zone. Justin Keith. Marte took the man. Ben Daverman. Dwyer in on top of him. And Dwyer came up with the puck. Dwyer trying to get the shot away. Did so, but ran into traffic. Now Jennings. Steve Jennings with it. Jennings brings it to the near side. He got ridden out of the play. Out to the point. Skoglund's shot booms wide. Over to the far side. Now back behind the goal line. Snotala took the man. Puck out to the point. Skoglund again with the shot. And again ran into traffic. Parker. Brad Parker got knocked down to the ice. Bunch of Trevians going down. And we got a penalty coming up for cross-checking on one of the Loyola Ramblers. Connor Heaton, a minor for cross-checking. These two teams bragging rights on the North Shore, bragging rights in the state of Illinois. Fifth meeting of the year between these two teams. Trevian's dump it in the zone. They've got the man advantage. Near side. Now picked up by Dodge Daverman. Oh, shot. Walker had it on his stick and didn't know he had it on his stick. Pushed the puck wide, receiving the pass. Dodge Daverman. Near side. Matt Passon, the defenseman, sophomore defenseman, out to the point. Back to Passon in the corner. Passon fed it back out to the point. Back to Matt Passon. Passon feeds it out high to the near side. Trevian's being very deliberate. Walker. Back to Matt Walker. Back to the corner. Dodge Daverman. Back to Walker, and he lost it. The shot just a little wide on the shot from the high slot. Dudek got bumped hard. Picked up by Eric Schnotala. Schnotala couldn't get it out of the zone. Back in deep. Lycano, he got bumped. John Lycano, and he got ridden out hard on the boards. Trevian's getting very physical out there. Surprise for them. They're usually not this physical in a game. Now Ben Daverman in there, pushing along with Walker and Rock Dudek. Out to the point. Held in the zone. There's the shot. Oh, just wide. Nice little wrist shot from the high slot. And just a little wide. Dahl fed it over here to the near side. Matt Passon. Passon dumped it into the zone. That's icing against New Trier. Expect this to be a quick, physical, defensive hockey game. From the United Center. It's the first time I can ever remember in one of these games in which that lower level is just about completely filled. There's the face-off. Pat Bond wraps it around to the far side. Bond pass ahead, just a little under lead. Now Trevian's dump it into the zone. Keaty left it there for Skoglund. Near side, and now fed ahead. A rink-wide pass didn't quite work. Trevian smelled that out and dump it back into the Ramblers' end. Skoglund dumped it to the far side and then took a hit. Back over here on the near side. Drop pass deep to the corner. And they battle for it on the near side boards. Picked up by Mike Sullivan. Sullivan fed it to the far side. Out to the point. Held in the zone. Jamie Crowley dumped it in deeper. And the Ramblers having trouble getting it out of their own end. A surprise. Everyone expected the Ramblers to bottle it up in the Trevian's end. So far it's been New Trier. Schnotala bumped off the puck. Trevian's again dump it in deep. Back behind the goal line. Heavy check. Nearly could have left his feet. Could have been called a charge for that. Dumped in deep. Now kicked back behind the Loyola net again. Sullivan. Little backhand shot that dribbles wide to the near side. And now the Ramblers try to get it out of harm's way, just ice it to get the whistle and regroup. You can see there is not a lot of empty seats in this lower level all the way around tonight. What's even more remarkable is the size of the crowd is the fact that New Trier went off on their spring break yesterday. So a lot of the New Trier fans that would be here are not here. Yeah, we still have probably, well over 5,000. Cleared out to center ice. And back to the Trevians end. New Trier with the puck. Start the breakout. Get it out to center ice. Marte didn't find a lot of room before he got bumped down. Heaton. Deep to the corner. Jennings. Schnotala. And cleared to center ice. Trevians again into the zone. Bouncing puck high in the air. Schnotala takes it in the corner. Eric Schnotala takes it to the far side, and Schnotala couldn't get it out of the zone. Again, the Trevians broke up that dish-out pass on the breakout. Dudek flips it back into the zone. Sam Eaton left it there. Picked up and brought ahead. Cleared out, and now again picked up by the Trevians. Action really fast and furious here. There's a shot and the save by Keaty. The Ramblers feed it ahead. We've waited all year for this type of intensity, and it's nice to finally see it this year. Skoglund with the shot. Now Patrick Dahl, he got bumped off. Dodge Daverman fed it ahead. Now back to Daverman. The only freshman out there on the ice. Matt Walker with the shot directed to the far corner. Kyle Shelberg. And Walker, despite losing his stick, still took the man. Andrew Turner with the big blast, and the save by Kevin Keaty in on the pads. These players, most of them, a lot of them come out of the Winnetka Wilmette program, so they played with each other and known each other for quite some time. 7:17 to play here in the first period from the United Center. And a fast and furious pace to this first half of the first period. And to be perfectly honest with you, much to the surprise, I would think, of the fans here, certainly the press contingent, this has been an all... New Trier has really been pressuring the Ramblers hard. And have gotten a couple of shots away, too, which is rather remarkable when you consider that Loyola Gold against Wabansie Valley gave up just 2 shots on goal the entire game. The face-off back to the blue line, the shot and the save. Now directed ahead, Bill Lusso. Lusso dish out for Lutweiler, and he couldn't control the pass. It'll go to the corner. Lutweiler dumped heavily by Matt Passon. Now Brad Parker in there. Now the puck squirts right into the slot. The Trevians take it away. Trevians across the red line, the blue line, into the zone. Took the long shot, the save by Keaty. Into the slot, second shot saved. Third shot just off the end of the stick and way wide. Andrew Turner got that last one away. Now Andy Lutweiler. Lutweiler crossed the red line, took the long shot, and the save by Sam Eaton. Schnotala, and the puck caught up along those boards there. Schnotala now picked away by Peter Marte. Marte back behind the net, Pat Dahl, and Dahl got creamed back behind the net. Cleared out ahead, and here comes Peter Marte with the big blast, and that's wide. Russo took the man. The puck squirts out to center ice, and that's where Schnotala hit it briefly. Now the Trevians back the other way. Marte with the big blaster, boomed it wide. I think Keaty got a little piece of that. Dudek left it back behind the net. Mike Sullivan. Sullivan fed it up ahead. And cleared up ahead for Eric Schnotala. Schnotala dumps it into the zone. Sam Eaton left it there. Dahl dumped it to the far side and then took a hit. Dwyer. And Bond took him. Heaton took the man. Trevians take the puck and clear it out to the blue line. There's the shot and the save by Sam Eaton. Nice little kick save. Heavy check on the near side, and now the Trevians get it out to center ice and all the way down. And that's going to be icing against New Trier. Out to Skoglund. His shot and the save by Eaton. Dodge Daverman in there. Picked it free. Up ahead and underled the pass. Skoglund, his pass broken up by Matt Walker. Walker dumps it into the zone. Back behind the goal line. Brought to the near side. And now picked away. Give and go play just was broken up by John Lycano. Lycano flips it into the zone. And the whistle on the offside. Nearly took the linesman's head off getting it into the zone there. John Lycano dumps it in for the offside. Vendel, Bobby, and Shelberg, the forwards for the Ramblers. Justin Keith got it to the far side for the Trevians. Now picked up again and cleared. And back into the zone. On the near side. Cleared out to the point, Skoglund. Skoglund, back pass, didn't quite work, and deflects out to midcourt. Skoglund ranged in off the point, then goes back out, retreats and dumps it back behind the New Trier net. Justin Keith ran it into Paul Thomas. Now out to the point. Kevin Carroll with the shot. The rebound. No goal. No goal. John Surzo waves it off. No goal. Everyone's celebrating, but it's no goal. John Surzo waved it off. I'm not sure if that was kicked in or he lost sight of it underneath the glove. Underneath the glove of Sam Eaton. No goal. The puck was frozen, no goal. I think it was off the kick. I think it was off the kicked puck. I think that's why I think he lost the sight of it. Show it on the Jumbotron. On the near side, fed ahead. Here comes Brad Parker. Ben Doberman off the side, shallow angle shot. Lutweiler dumps it into the zone. Picked up by Pat Dahl. Dahl got creamed by Lutweiler, and then Dahl picks up the puck and feeds it to the near point. Dumped in deep again by the Ramblers. A lot of heavy hitting going on out there. Adrenaline flowing heavy. Marte had it poked away from him. Dumped back down in the zone. Trevians will have to tag up. Keaty left it back behind the net. Kevin Keaty left it for the Rambler defense. That's Mike Sullivan with it. Sullivan brings it to the near side. Bill Lusso. And stolen away and held in the zone. There's the shot. That's wide. Taken to the far side. For the last 3 games, the Ramblers have been perfect as far as defense. They have not allowed a goal in the last 3 games in state. And that's probably, as far as I know, the best record of any team that's ever played in state. There's a shot and a save by Keaty. Got a piece of it. Swept out of there. Now there's another shot. That boomed wide. Brought to the near side. And out to the point. Here come the Ramblers again. Heaton had it knocked away from him. Picked up by Skoglund. Skoglund flips it into the zone. Back behind the goal. Out to the point. And then deep to the corner. Skoglund dumps it back into the corner again. Matt Passon. Trevians are a little shy of defensemen today. They only have 4. So those 4 are going to have to really step up. We lose the puck frozen underneath out there at the point. John Roney up on top of him. On top of the Trevian there. Right at the blue line in the neutral end. Some of the Loyola Rambler contingent, the student contingent here today. They actually have 2. There's another one over here on the to our right, back behind the Loyola bench. Weiler dumps it into the zone. Pat Dahl. Dahl fed it ahead, overled his pass. Skoglund wraps it over to the far side. Nobody there but Trevians. And Justin Keith, the defenseman, fed it ahead and trickled into the Loyola end. That's where the Ramblers have it. They'll set up the move up ice. There's the Cranker, nice drop pass that grabbed and held on, and then extra little push thrown in there by Paul Thomas up on Sam Eaton on the screenshot that eventually developed. Neutral a little late with the line change, and they'll move people around a little bit. A lot of former players from both these teams here at the game this evening. Quite a few that played in some of the previous state championships. Loyola has been a bridesmaid, but never a bride, been to this game 3 times, has yet to win a state championship. New Trier has won it 4 times and lost it once in 1986 to Mount Carmel. They have won it as a New Trier East and New Trier West, both 1-1. And New Trier Green won in 83 against Loyola, as a matter of fact, and then won it last year. On the near side, picked up by Matt Skoglund. Skoglund fed it to Rock Dudek. Rock Dudek crossed the red line and flipped it into the zone. Back behind the New Trier goal. Brought to the near side, out to the point. Skoglund got bumped hard. The puck squirts into the Loyola end. Rock Dudek. And nearly had his pocket picked by Peter Marte. Steve Jennings in on him. Dudek to the far side. Dwyer. And Dwyer sends it the length of the ice. Did it a little too soon, and that's icing against the Loyola Ramblers. We're high in the rafters at the United Center. We're further away from the ice than we were at Chicago Stadium when we did the games across the street. But I'll tell you, this is much better. At least I've got an elevator to carry the equipment up and down it. But boy, carrying that equipment up and down those stairs at Chicago Stadium was no fun at all. There's a shot from the point, the save, and that's it for the first period. At the end of the first period of play here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, the score is the New Trier Trevians Green Team 0, and the Loyola Ramblers 0. Oh, we got some great hockey coming your way, so stay with us. A great game of hockey going out there. It's nothing because both teams are doing a lot right, and some great goaltending from Keedy and Eaton. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Coverage of the Illinois State High School Hockey Championships from the United Center. And the face-off to start the second period. Expect the intensity level to pick up even more if that's possible, because I'll tell you, it was up pretty high here in the first period. Trevians chase it down at Dahl. Dahl got creamed by Dwyer back behind the goal. Ben Daverman took the shot just a little wide. Kevin Keedy in goal, Sam Eaton in goal. I knew these two goalies would eventually meet each other. Believe it or not, this is actually the first meeting between these two goalies, even though they were sort of nominally considered the #1 goalies for their two teams. The four goalies each kind of split the ice. Matt Passon got sandwiched in the corner. Each playing about 50% of the ice time during the regular season, but during the other previous meetings, it has been Danny Wirtz and Clayton Jernigan that have had the balance of the ice time as the goalies. Yet tonight, Sam Eaton and Kevin Keedy. Sam Eaton, one of the Blackhawk scholarship winners. Blackhawk alumni scholarship winners this year. Dahl, Bonrather had his pocket picked a little bit, near side. Now back out to the point, pushed along the boards. Kevin Carroll dumped it in deep. Pat Bond now passing. Jamie Crowley got roughed up a little bit in the corner and cleared out. Here come the Trevians on the breakout. Andrew Turner, senior class president for New Trier. Crowley off the side of the net. There's a shot, I think that may have even hit the post. A post toasty on the near side. Now Turner got roughed up in the corner. Pat Bond, and cleared by the Loyola Ramblers for an icing call to get the line change as New Trier looked to be pressing a little bit. Picked up and cleared, and that's going to be another icing call against the Loyola Ramblers. From up here, they're a little itty bitty little man shooting a little itty bitty little puck. Now the face-off in the corner. Brock Dudek. Paul Thomas, centering pass was busted up. Pat Dahl cleared it to the near side. Lusso. Justin Keith to the far side. And out to the point. Sent back into the zone. Now cleared. Brock Dudek. Lutweiler. And he got bumped up by Marte. Loicano. Jennings centered. Lasso, his pass overled. And that's icing. I don't think the Loyola Ramblers were all that happy to get that icing call. Now the face-off. Schnotala and Dodge Daverman. Won by the Ramblers, who fed it to the far side. Now the Trevians pick it up, couldn't get the shot, couldn't pull the trigger. Here come the Ramblers out of the zone. Schnotala, and he got bumped off the puck at the blue line. Dodge Daverman, Brian Dwyer out to the boards, now into the slot. The backhand shot, the save, rebound, and Dwyer couldn't pull the trigger. He got bumped up just as he got a hold of the puck. A great shot by Schnotala and a fantastic save by Sam Eaton. Out to the blue line, and now the Trevians get it out to center ice. This is Brad Parker. Parker dropped past it, flipped out to the point, and out to center ice. Into the zone, the Trevians, Peter Marte. Marte, offside. There's Don Parker, and then a little pushing and shoving afterwards. Dwyer and Marte ended up having a little discussion over there. I've heard a lot of comments that these teams don't like each other. I don't think that's true. I think it's really a case of everybody knows what's on the line here tonight, and they're just going to go all out. And I think these guys are actually fairly close to each other. It certainly has been the case for the last couple of years. I know that, for instance, the first league meeting this year between the two, they donated some money to charity to the Rehabilitation Institute, and they rode together in the car. We got a penalty coming up back behind the play, a high stick call on that little extra altercation after the bump in the corner that allowed that puck to free out. Todd Vender, a minor for high sticking. So as to the comment that they are not friends, I don't think that's true. But as to whether or not while they're out there on the ice they're friends, that's, or like each other, the question of their not being friends is really, the schools themselves aren't friends, but I don't think that necessarily the players have that same attitude. They're just going to play hard and intense throughout this game. Passing to the far side, over here to the near side, and Ben Daverman. Daverman back out to the point, back to Daverman. His shot, the save by Keaty, and a nice shot from the left wing. A little snapper away, and the save by Kevin Keaty. You're watching the Metro Chicago Sports Network coverage of the State High School Hockey Championships. Just a reminder that we have more hockey yet to go on the network. Oh, beautiful shot from the point. Out and cleared. Next week on the network, it's the All-Star game. The North-South All-Star game from the United Center. Then we also have the Chicago Showcase events. There's a beautiful pass, nice save. Oh, in the free. And Jennings couldn't get the shot away. Dahl tries to get the shot away. Out to the point. Passing. His shot. Runs underneath everybody. Hand pass. Lost the puck underneath the glove, and the whistle stops the play. Jennings had the puck in the slot. And just as he got the puck, he got hit from the side. I'm not sure who got him. Todd Vender, maybe. Could have been Rock Dudek. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but one of the Ramblers got Jennings, and Jennings couldn't come up with the puck. No score. A great defensive battle going on out there. Picked up by the Trevians. Near side, Pat Dahl. Dahl dumps it into the zone. Picked up by Sullivan out to the point. Cleared ahead, and then the pass intercepted by Pat Dahl. This has been the marquee matchup that we were expecting. And remember, I said that back in November, that these teams could meet as many as 7 times. They actually have met 6 now. The only non-shot. Oh, great shot by Daverman. And a great save by Keating in all that traffic. And now Dwyer over there on Ben Daverman. I don't know why Dwyer went over there to say something to Daverman. Daverman was just standing there in the slot, thinking unkind thoughts about not being able to lift that puck up over Keating as Dahl was ridden into the net, and the net dislodged. I'll say something else here. It certainly proves my comments about how strong Metro North is. All 3 of the varsity divisions of the state high school hockey tournament this year are going to be won by Metro North teams. There's a shot, ran into a leg. Picked up by Bond, back behind the net. Centering pass, Chad rather, with the shot and the save. Ed Chad to their side, out to the point. Now back to Chad to give and go. Oh, shot just wide by Ed Chad. Now Dodge Daverman, back to Pat Bond, back to Daverman. Now dumped in deep, wrapped around to the near side. There's a long shot and the save by Kevin Keating. And now Dodge Daverman in on top, and Skoglund in the corner having a few words too, and I think we're going to get some penalties here. We're at some coincidentals. It looks like it. Coincidental penalties coming up. We're at the United Center. Coinc Channel 2. There's a shot, ran into traffic. Heaton brought into the zone. Schnotala passing. Drop past it for Crowley. Passing back out to the point. There's the shot, the save by Keating. Kevin Carroll wraps it around to the near side, out to the point. To the far side, Turner, and he got double teamed at the boards. Now picked up by Passon again, and he dumps it into the Ramblers' end. Kevin Carroll sets it up on the breakout to the far side. Cleared out to center ice, and Pat Dahl tries to dump it. Did get it into the zone. Picked up by the Ramblers. Cleared ahead. Now into the zone. Schnotala with Dahl. Jennings. Flipped off Marte's stick and into the Ramblers' end. That's where Rock Dudek has it. Dudek fed it to the far side. And now dumped back down into the zone here on the near side. Wrapped ahead. Now some pushing and shoving along the boards. Popped free. Lutweiler. Schnotala boomed it wide. Again to the near side. Heavy check on Marte. Puck Squirts out to the point, and now the Trevians having trouble getting it out of their own end. Baberman give it up to Jennings. Jennings flipped it ahead, bounced over a stick. There won't be any icing on that. Keaty will leave it there. Picked up by Skoglund. Skoglund fed it out to center ice and then dumped right back into the zone. Matt Walker, Turner, Thomas, Dudek, and flipped to center ice. Matt Walker, Turner, and Turner knocked down Thomas, but Thomas cleared it. Matt passing to the far side, out to the point. Schnotala, bouncing puck. Kyle Schellberg. Lewin kicked at it. Now puck squirts free. Turner, and now cleared by the Trevians. And that's going to be icing. Icing. That's some of the 5,000 plus on hand here today. 4:05 to play here in the second period in an intense hockey game from the United Center. The face-off and the draw out to the point. There's the shot, ran into traffic. Little backhand shot, dribbles in. Eaton kicked it away. Over to the far side. That's Schellberg. Down the men go. The puck still free. Schellberg kicks it free. There's a big cranker. That was deflected by Dodge Daverman. The freshman diving in front of the puck, deflected it and deflected it out of the ring. Great job out front by Dodge Daverman. Eaton did a good job of being there. Dodge Daverman did a great job of putting the body in front of the puck. Oh, there's some rock'em sock'em ice hockey going on out there tonight. Face-off coming up. The drop and the draw, out to the point. There's a shot, ran into traffic, brought to the near side. Justin Keith. Keith tried to find the man up ahead. Jennings couldn't do so. That's Sullivan. He got bumped back behind the net. Marte now picked away. Here come the Ramblers on the breakaway. Lesso, backhand, saved by Eaton. Now Lesso again with the shot. That ran into traffic out front. Ricochets to the corner. Lesso with it. Out to the blue line. Brought back down into the zone. Justin Keith has some time as the Ramblers make a line change. Trevians dump it in. Keaty left it there. Sullivan. Marte took him down. Dudek. Pat Bond let it go by. Now into the zone. Eric Schnotala into the slot over to the far point. Here's the shot, the save, rebounds free. Oh, somebody took a shot there, couldn't come up with it. Shot wide by Skoglund over to the far side. Oh, some great flurries here in this game. Oh, man. Up a notch. There's a shot that's directed wide to the far side, out to the point. The shot ricochets over here to the near side. Keaton with a little extra push thrown in there. There's a shot from the point, the save, out to the high slot and cleared. Man rush is on. Keaty will dump it out to center ice. Trevian's on the line change, and I think it's a little late. One too many. Neutral with too many men on the ice. Ramblers gave up only 260 some odd shots all season during the regular season. And to be outshot 17-12 with 2 minutes left to play here in the second period has got to be a surprise to the Loyola Ramblers. This New Trier team, even though a lot of these players have experience in the championship game, only a few of them were here for last year's game at the old Chicago Stadium. Now picked up by the Ramblers. They've got the man advantage into the zone. Skoglund, and now the Trevians wrap it out of the ice surface and up into the crowd. Actually ricocheted out of the surface and then came back onto the ice. The face-off out to the point, far side, brought to the near side by Dudek, and back out to Skoglund. Dudek. Skoglund over to the far side, rock Dudek. Dudek, he had a dribble off the end of his stick. Parker fed it to the corner. Now that's Lutweiler. Near side. Out to the point, Skoglund. A minute to go. A ricochet shot that went wide. Now they digging along there. Passing the sophomore. Jennings. Thomas in over there. Ben Daverman. They're still pushing at it. Whoa! Who was that with the arm? That Lutweiler on passing. And so Lutweiler got it back. I don't know who that was. I think it was passing that got him back. There's a lot of that stuff going on. Retaliation stuff. Cleanly. Right into the slot, shot save, rebound, dribbles down. It's underneath everybody there, but the horn sounds ending the period. A mistake by the Trevian defense gave it up. Then it ricochets into the slot, underneath everybody there, but somewhere under there is the puck. It did not go in the goal, and the period comes to a close. At the end of the second period of play, here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, the score remains the Loyola Ramblers nothing and the New Trier Trevians nothing. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. There's the face-off. Skoglund. Matt Skoglund. Flips it ahead into the zone. Back behind the goal. Take it to the far side. Roney fed it out to the point. There's the shot. Ran into traffic. Fed ahead. Now Thomas. That's who it was. I thought it was John Roney. No. Skoglund back to the defense. Dudek back to Skoglund. Skoglund spreads it out. Skoglund dumps it into the zone. Pat Dahl. He's ridden off by Thomas. Eaton left it to the corner. The goalies have played an unbelievable game today. Everybody has. It's been a great hockey game. On the far side, Parker with it. Brad Parker fed it to the near side. Cleared out ahead. Now the puck dribbles back to the Trevians end. Picked up by Matt Passon. Passon brings it up the ice. The sophomore. And a little end-to-end rush action. Oh, a little flick shot by Ben Daverman. Just a little wide. Out to the blue line. Trevian set it up, passing on the near side. And you can tell the Trevians are beginning to wear down a little bit. Tonight's attendance, 6,300. A new attendance record in the state of Illinois for a high school hockey game. Ryan Dwyer shot ran into traffic. Schnotala now broken away. Here come the Trevians again up the ice. Jennings. Heavy check. And down they go. Puck underneath a little bit. Taken by Jennings. Jennings centering attempt. That was broken up by Schnotala. Eric Schnotala. Schnotala tried to split the defense. Dwyer nearly came up with the puck. Picked away by the Trevians. Back in the zone. That's Justin Keith. His shot ran into traffic. Dwyer fed it ahead out to the blue line. Held in the zone by freshman Dodge Daverman. Peter Marte. Centering attempt. That was broken up. Out to the point. Now Dodge Daverman. Daverman being held by Dwyer. Trevians get it in the zone. A little flip shot in, and the save by Keaty. Picked up by Skoglund. Matt Skoglund up ahead. Give and go play into the zone. Comes Todd Vender. Vender put it to the corner. Dahl, now Mark Bobby right into the slot. And the Trevians bust it free. Didn't get it out of the zone. Mark Bobby wraps it around to the far side. Up on the dasher boards. Now picked up by Matt Walker. And directed out to center ice. Skoglund. The Ramblers beginning to take control a little bit. Neutral a little slower to react. Grabbed and held on by Eaton as one of the Ramblers went by. Looking for a possible cheap rebound. Here come the Trevians again up the ice. Parker tried to split the defense, did so, and then got pulled down. And we got a penalty coming up for it. Rock Dudek, a minor for hooking. The face-off taken by Brad Parker, fed it up ahead for Lewin. And now the Trevians finally get it into the zone. Left by Kevin Keaty. Make that Danny Wirtz. Wirtz in goal for the third period. Danny Wirtz now in goal for the Trevians. Oh, pass it in, had an open net. To the far side, couldn't lift it. And Danny Wirtz with the save. Good job by Danny Wirtz staying with the shot by Matt Passon. Passon in, split in, and Danny Wirtz able to make the save. Kevin Keaty played an outstanding game. Now in goal, Danny Wirtz. For the Ramblers, Loicano wraps it around to the far side. Loicano, it's up on the dasher boards. The guys pushing each other over there. Meanwhile, the Trevians came up with the puck. Ricocheted away by the legs of Skoglund. And cleared by the Ramblers. Their penalty killing. Matt Passon back on the ice, as we said. The new Trier without a lot of defensemen. They, depending on a sophomore, and he's been out there an awful lot. Out to the blue line. Turner got it to center ice. Trevians having trouble now as they appear to be running out of steam a little bit. Passing. Vender, the forechecker. Passing, fed it to the near side. Ben Daverman with Todd Vender. Marte. Daverman. Put to the corner. And the Ramblers backhanded out to center ice. New-Trier Trevians directed to the far side. Flipped ahead. Back down into the Trevians end as the Ramblers continue to penalty kill. Justin Keefe fed it ahead. Trevians got a shot away out to the point. Ben Daverman. Daverman, nice little move. Couldn't turn the corner. Dudek took him out. Penalties over. Teams are back to full and equal strength, obviously. Bond fell down. Here's Russell on a breakaway shot. It's saved by Sam Eaton. And we lose the puck into the crowd. Pat Bond fell down. Russell had the breakaway. Midway or so through the third period of tonight's action. Cleared out ahead. Now at the red line, they push and shove a little bit. Now flip down into the Ramblers end. Dudek. Dudek over to the far side. Give and go play up to Schnotala. Schnotala to Heaton. And the pass intended for Dwyer was busted up. Long shot from the point. The save by Eaton through traffic. Back behind the goal now, right into the slot. A quick shot. That was broken up in the defense. Pep Dahl got in front of that one. Parker. And now back out to the point. Didn't quite get there. Now picked up the shot up ahead. They grabbed them, held on. Deflected by Dwyer, and the save by Eaton. Fantastic work by Sam Eaton. Now they face off. Coming up on the near side. The blast from the point and the deflection attempt by Dwyer. Eaton able to clamp and hold on. Picked up by Matt Passon, who's out there again. Off Dahl, there's a shot just wide. Near side. Heavy check sent to the far corner. Out to the point, there's the long shot. Eaton directs it to the corner. Back behind the goal by Lusso. Lutweiler. And he's ridden off. Out to the point. And we lose the puck all the way down, and that's icing against New-Trier. 6:46 to play here in the third period. They're even using some of the skyboxes here at the United Center tonight. A noisy crowd on hand. There's a shot and the save. Also another deflection shot and a save by Eaton. That is not really his playing out of his mind. That's just the way he can play and has played. That's what took them to the state championship last year. Got them to this point this year. Clayton Jernigan has also played it stupendous this year, as had Danny Wirtz and Kevin Keaty. These are not fluke teams. These are good, solid hockey teams. Out to the point and cleared. Trevians. Into the zone. Heavy check at the blue line. Let's stand them up in the blue line hockey here tonight. Skoglund to the near side. Heavy check on the near side boards on Pat Dahl. Don Parker also got bumped. Dwyer's pass was overled for Connor Heaton. Heaton still came up with it. Drop pass to the blue line. Dahl. Whoops. Dahl and Skoglund just put each other into the Loyola bench. Turner lost the handle, dumped back down into the neutral end. Eaton. Brad Parker to the far side. Somebody's got to put one in here eventually. Dudek. Dwyer. Schnotala. Parker. Someone's got to win it. Nothing. Late in the third period. Eric Schnotala. Picked away. Here's a breakaway. The shot, the save by Wirtz, and he grabs it and holds on. As Brad Parker goes spinning into the net. Make that Don Parker. No, I'm right. Brad Parker. Brad Parker went spinning down into the net. Danny Wirtz, a nice save on the blast from the slot by Brad Parker. The official attendance today for the whole day, a new state record, 7,103. Flipped down, now picked up by Passon. Passon fed it to the near side. There's the shot. Ooh, just wide, big cranker. Just out beyond the post. Justin Keith got blindsided. Actually, he's had a shoulder separation, and that might have got him on the shoulder a little bit. Dodge Daverman, his pass underled, picked up and flipped back down into the zone. Matt Passon. Trevians fed ahead. Line change time, got a little klutzy. Dwyer. Now the Ramblers just flick it into the neutral end. Neutral brings it back out. And Ramblers, now Skoglund to Dwyer. Dwyer got the shot. That was deflected. Pat Bond. Bond bumped by Skoglund and Dwyer. Skoglund centers it up the slot. Schnotala, the shot, the save by Eaton. Grab it and hold on. Right up the slot. Schnotala with a little backhander. Out to the point. There's the shot. Ran into traffic. Schnotala, a little backhander. Whistles wide. Side of the net. Now picked up by Parker. Parker clears it out to the blue line and then right back out off Marte. Marte again got in front of it. To the near side. Trevians dump it deep into the zone. Dwyer. Brian Dwyer tries to work up a little head of steam, got to the red line, dumped it in. The save by Eaton, picked up by Pat Dahl. Dahl brings it to the near side. Back behind the goal, Parker. Brad Parker. A little extra check, could have been an interference call in the slot. I'm sure in a game like this, they're not going to call it. Send it all the way down into the zone. That's Skoglund. Skoglund passes it ahead from Russell. Russell into the zone. Backhand shot, a goal! Paul Thomas off the pass from Russell. Skoglund at 2:30 left in the third period. 1-0 Loyola. Passing over to the far side. The pass up ahead to Parker. Dudek broke it up. Trevians dumped it back in. Had to tag up. Matt Skoglund with the puck. Back behind the net. Send it over to the far side. Ramblers. Up ahead. Rock Dudek. As we wind down the third period now. The long shot, the save by Sam Eaton, picked up by Passon to the far side, up ahead, and that pass broken up, but it was offside. And Brian Dwyer again with the little trash talk on the end of that. The Ramblers a little slow. To get up to the face-off. Ricochets around a little bit, brought to Dwyer. Dwyer slaps it down into the zone. Won't be icing. Don Parker to the near side. Up ahead now. Here come the Trevians. Ben Daverman dropped past it. Picked up by Schnotala. Dahl with the shot. The little backhand shot just a little wide by Marte. Over to the far side. Out to the point. There's the shot. Ran into traffic. A little hand pass. And cleared by the Ramblers. Trevians still haven't pulled Sam Eaton. They'll try, I assume. Jennings over to Parker. Skoglund. Near side, off the glass, out to center ice. And then Jennings tried to get it back into the zone. Jennings still trying, now picked away by the Ramblers. Skoglund. There's Schnotala on the breakaway. He's pulled down. We got a penalty coming up on Matt Passon for hooking or tripping, make a tripping. The intensity level is certainly back and certainly here tonight. Loyola has played an outstanding hockey game. So has the New Trier Trevians. Two teams with a lot of respect for each other. Have battled it tonight. Lusso went on the breakaway, and I think Eaton got a piece of it to deflect it wide. Just off the end of the stick. Bootweiler, they're still going for the goals. Now here's Daverman. Had a little trouble with it. Ben Daverman brought it to the near side. Out to the point, Dudek. Lusso. Bootweiler. And that's going to do it. The Loyola Ramblers gold team are the state champions. Beating defending champion up for 94. The New Trier Trevians green team 1-0. Your new state champions, the Loyola Ramblers.